10:14 p.m. Even the second timeout was also not needed in 9.4 overs.
10:17.
Yeah, but it finished at 10:14.
3 minutes it took him to go live.
Well, but because we are all still...
He's slower than KL Rahul's batting.
No, KL
SRH.
Rahul was even worse.
No, he's slower.
Not
3.
for technical.
KL Rahul today...
KL Rahul can say the same thing, no? Not his fault, technical glitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defense Minister really...
His own franchise.
he hurt his own team because 9.4 overs at a run rate of over 17. These are the kind of things we look at, say, in book cricket, in stick cricket, in all video games.
EA Sports 2007 easy mode.
Easy mode. Sunrisers Hyderabad have chased down 167. They have chased, by the way, with Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma, the second brothers of destruction duo after Sunil Narayan and Phil Salt, putting on an absolute exhibition. Consider this. In the entire LSG innings, only 4 sixes were hit. Only 4. These guys have hit 14 sixes and 16 fours.
So basically, Abhishek Sharma individually had more sixes than the entire LSG. Same with Travis Head. He had double the number of sixes.
And combined, they have hit the most number of boundaries also.
4 things that have happened,
Yeah.
which I can say with a lot of certainty, with guarantee. 1, we have been robbed of the first 300 in a T20 match only because LSG won the toss and decided to bat first. Because had SRH batted with this game, I know a lot of people will talk about a previous game where they were closing in, that was played in Delhi, where SRH were closing in on 100, but they had a bit of a collapse, and that came about from the 6th to the 9th or the 10th over. This time that wasn't the case. They didn't have the slump. They're sitting at almost 170 with not even half the overs done. That they were going to get another 130 runs in the remaining 10 overs or slightly more than 10 overs, I don't think would have been too much to ask for. So first things first, we have been robbed of the first 300 thanks to LSG batting first. That's one thing which I can say with a lot of certainty. Second, I think LSG is done. This is the death knell. I know now people come with mathematical calculation, this is possible, that is possible, but I'm sorry, the way the team has been performing and the inconsistency with what they're performing and their approach, forget the inconsistency, and their approach to the league, despite escaping a few times and yet not learning of how to play T20 cricket versus a team that you know has been getting a lot of runs, tells me LSG is done. I don't see them making the top 4. Mathematically, they'll have a chance, which we'll discuss in detail later. They're not making it. That's guarantee number 2. Guarantee number 3 is Mumbai Indians is knocked out.
Yes.
Officially knocked out of the IPL, because now one between LSG and Delhi Capitals will anyway get to 14. Sunrisers and the rest have already got to 14. Mumbai Indians cannot get to 14. So that's guarantee number 3. Tata, bye-bye, thank you very much Mumbai Indians for coming, but you're officially knocked out. The first team to be officially knocked out. Now whether they rest Rohit Sharma, Jasprit Bumrah going forward, Hardik Pandya going forward, the captain, I don't know. That's a debate for another day. Guarantee number 3. Guarantee number 4, with the net run rate that Sunrisers Hyderabad have got now, I do not see them missing on the playoff berth. 1, because of the net run rate. 2, because they're playing the remaining 2 games at home and the way that they're playing, I don't see them lose another game. 1 win that anyway through out of the remaining 2 games that they play. But even if they were not with the kind of net run rate that they have, there could be other teams that may come to 14 if they were to lose the 2 remaining games. Even then, I do not see anybody go past them. So while that is still an assumption, but I am, with what I'm seeing with all teams, that's another guarantee. It has to be a minor miracle now for Sunrisers Hyderabad not to make it. 4 things we have learned from this game. Those are not the only 4 things. There are other things that we've learned, but we've not learned them. We already knew that the team where KL Rahul is going to come and open and bat the way that he does, that team will seldom stand a chance of dominating a T20 tournament. They could win a game or two here and there, especially in tricky conditions. But when it is open season, when it is good batting conditions, a team helmed by KL Rahul unfortunately can't win unless he changes his ways. But as we've seen, that's not going to happen. I think we've gone past that anyway.
I mean, he was asking his team that, we need to be playing with more intent up front. Where was that? It was gone, disappeared once again. And they weren't that many wickets down in the first innings. They were 2 wickets down in the power play. I've seen teams go for it when they were 4 wickets down in the power play. Because you have to. That's your best scoring opportunity. The field is up, clear the infield and you're getting boundaries. They were 21 for 2 in 4.2. That's terrible. There's no excuse for it. None whatsoever.
4.2, 21 for 2. SRH had raised to 87.
So that's the difference. Why I'm blaming you as captain, because you're not only the captain, you're the opener and you set the tempo. What happens to the rest of the team when they see you bat like that? You are batting at a strike rate of 87 in this day and age, and it's not even that you were some 30 for 4. I could still kind of agree. In fact, even at 30 for 4 nowadays in T20 cricket, teams don't stop. By the way, also you must remember, this was widely reported, I'm sure he knew about it when all of us knew, that this is the same strip that got 270 runs. This is the same strip where there was runs to be had. I cannot understand what is the point of you going to bat for so long and you get 160, 70, 80, whatever, when that's never going to be enough. I fail to understand. What is it that you're aiming at? If you were to get 180, 160, 170, you are putting up a score that you're going to lose 100%. Your only chance of winning is take a risk. Yes, you could be dismissed by 100, but then you're going to also lose at 170. But there is a other side to it which can take you past 220. Which can give you a chance to win, which is what the Delhi Capitals did yesterday. They kept losing wickets, but at least they kept attacking. They knew that I have to get to a 220 sort of a total to stand a chance, because we know in Delhi lots of runs are scored. You're playing in Sunrise, you're not playing in Ekana. If you're playing in Ekana, you know 168 was the winning total that you had been winning all this while. It's fine. You've moved, right? Basic knowledge. And that is the problem with Lucknow. They have made such errors. And the blame has to lie with the coach and the captain, and I'm sure, people there in charge are going to look at it, Justin Langer included. One time they sent Devdutt Padikkal to bat at number 3, almost lost them the game and out of form, Devdutt Padikkal. 2, De Kock is not getting runs, you drop him, you bring him back. 3, you've got a Kyle Mayers there who was fantastic for you previous season, not bringing him back, continuing to play that way. 3rd, KL Rahul has to set the tempo by being the attacking batter. Not only are you captain, by which you will send a message out to your team how to bat, you're also the opener. Looking at you, the others are going to follow. And what is the general impression everyone has got? Oh, very tough pitch to bat on, because KL Rahul is batting as if it's a test match, right? Very tough pitch to bat on. Everyone comes scared. They reach 165, go back to the dressing room, say, oh, very happy, very tricky pitch, double pace pitch and this and that. Double pace pitch.
Double quick time attended. Double quick time. And this is where, see, you look at KL Rahul, as I had mentioned in the mid innings, this kind of knock was excellent for a 90s ODI. Honestly speaking, 90s ODI, this kind of strike rate, 29 of 33, was sensational. He couldn't counter Bhuvneshwar Kumar in the power play. He was bowling marvellously in the power play, but no intent was shown. Oh, it's swinging, I buckled down. Intent missing. Now this argument that, oh, he is failing to adjust in all 3 formats. Boss, he's a veteran. He's been playing for close to a decade now, please. That adjustment thing is long been disposed of, that theory. KL Rahul's style of T20, unfortunately now is outdated. There is a reason why he can't fit into the Indian cricket team at any cost. 2 World Cups you lost. After that, you had the sense, okay, maybe we can't have a KL Rahul. Which is why this kind of knock only proves the critics one thing.
I am now baffled. Remember, there were talks, there were people who actually
Advocated.
were advocating him being part of the T20 team.
Dear God, imagine 3 years of the same mistake. 3 years.
3 editions, yes. Imagine. On what basis, I really don't know now. If you can't get runs on this particular wicket at Uppal, I knew that won't be such a big scoring total. That's why I thought they were spooked. Just to eliminate one particular strength, you have played upon your own weakness.
No, and that's fine. That is fine. No, they've defended games before, so that's not the point.
Only at the Ekana.
Yeah, that's still okay. My point was that if you know it's Hyderabad, then you know that even a useless chasing team like SRH, you need to put runs on the board. This is not Ekana that you can be putting up 160 totals and expecting it to be defended. And in fact, if you looked at it in the second half of the first innings itself, the pitch had started to ease out. Pooran and Badoni were having no problems.
I am trying to think of myself. I mean, and it's anyone who's watching us right now. You know, even they and everyone plays cricket, right? They play gully cricket, school cricket, club cricket, whatever you play. You put yourself in KL Rahul's shoes. I'm trying to think like that. I'm batting. I know I'm batting on a place, on a ground, on a pitch where 200 is easy. Anything below 200, because this is a 270 strip they're using today, right? You know all that. I know I'm batting first. My minimum target in my head, I'm sure everyone who walks out to bat has a minimum target. The minimum target in my head is 220, right? When I'm batting there, and one good ball, okay, I miss, two good balls, I miss, you know, whatever. But I'm telling myself, I'm sitting on 22 of some 22 balls, and I'm telling myself, wouldn't I be telling myself, what am I doing?
Get a move on.
I am ensuring that we lose the game in the first 5 overs. Game is done. I only have 2 options. Either I take my team past 220, or 2, I get out in an attempt to take my team past 220. There are only 2 options in front of me. There is no third option where I have to bat 20 overs, run a ball. There is no option. That is going to not get me anything. Only 2 options. Either I connect, I keep hitting, I take it past 220, or 2, I'm trying, I'm not hitting, but I'm trying, I'm still trying to take them past 220. There are only 2 options. There is no option, boss, for taking a single or doing this. For what? You actually thought that, oh, you know what, this is a 270 pitch. But you know what, I will get to 165. Let's aim at 165. Let's not panic, guys, because we will try and, go for 270. What if we get out for 100? If we get out for 100, you want to lose. You get to 165 also, you want to lose. So try to get past 220. There is no other option. I at the start of the show told you 4 things that are guaranteed. I'm going to put a 5th one, and I'm 100% sure that after this there are going to be auctions. Teams are going to be looking at retaining people. I'm sure teams will retain. There's a talk of 5 retain, 6 whatever. I'm 100% sure Lucknow Super Giant will have a new captain next season. 100% sure. They ain't retaining KL Rahul. I can write it now. I can write it on a piece of it.
I mean, he's not on solid footing at this point in time. Because, see, we all now know that LSG, if you look at how they reached the eliminators, it was huffing and puffing.
Both years.
And yes, there was someone else who gave them the focus. It was a Gautam Gambhir. Now he's gone. You're seeing how LSG, they are in 5th position. And the next 2 games are tricky. It's against MI and it is against DC. It's not going to get any easier for them.
And what have you done today? You have such a long batting lineup. You had by the way, they did not use their impact sub of a bowler. If that was your plan, could have gotten another batter. You are in a situation, you lost 2 wickets, you shut shop. 21 for 2, you shut shop. If you had kept attacking, I mean, in hindsight, if they had lost KL Rahul earlier, maybe they would have had a chance. Because that would have ensured. And by the way, sending Krunal Pandya also made no sense. Okay, you send him, he has to be the pinch hitter, no? If it's a runner ball thing, then you might as well, let
Gautam.
Exactly, any of those batter come. And there's enough. There's Krishnappa, Gautam, Deepak Hooda, all of them waiting. They would have got a chance. And your Pooran and Badoni are not out, so you didn't utilize them. They are going at nearing 200 strike rate. That's what you wanted. But how? You're going to bat like that? I think this is unpardonable.
It's like what one of our commenters was saying in the mid innings, that Cummins dismissing KL Rahul was a bad move for SRH, because otherwise they would have probably been chasing 140.
I think by the time they knew
he was done.
Yeah, because the thing was done, right? KL Rahul gets out in the 10 over. Even in the 10 overs, you've just got 60 odd runs. Now what can you do? Get 150 at best. Then also there was enough for them to chase. So they said no problem.
Imagine, out of those 60 deliveries, KL Rahul had played 33 of them. 33 of them, he scored 29. And 28 runs came in 27 balls.
I mean, it's pretty elementary, right? We're talking about, T20 cricket now favoring the batter more so than ever. You get flat tracks, you've got the impact player rule, thicker bats, more license than ever to really just go out there. And we've sat on this very show and argued sometimes about Kohli playing at a strike rate of 140. He's playing at a strike rate of 90, not even 90. 90 is the rounding off. 87.88. That is, it's a perfectly good ODI knock. Not as an opener, as
Only
a middle
in the
order.
90s.
Now, not even in
Exactly.
ODIs. Is
Not even in ODIs.
90s, that's why I added that.
But this sort of a knock is baffling. And now this is 2 games on the trot. Even against KKR, he started off like a house on fire. He got about 11 of 5. He hit a couple of boundaries. Okay, 11 of 5 means you're going to strike rate of over 200. After that, Arshin Kulkarni got dismissed. And he shut shop as if, the next coming of Don Bradman himself got dismissed. Shut shop, 25 of 20. And you were chasing, 200 plus. Terrible. You were chasing KKR at
235.
Exactly. You had put up 230 plus. So it's not like you needed to stop. Today you wanted to set that. The other time you knew that your destination is 230 and you're only going to get there if you consistently hit. Now these 2 back-to-back losses, they lost to KKR by a margin of 90 runs. That's not a small margin. And today, now they're done.
They're done. I said out of the 4, I don't see Lucknow Super Giants with the net run rate that they have qualifying.
By the way, they're 6th, not 5th.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they've gone to 6th.
Yeah, because Delhi have a better
Can you imagine, right? That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine, and I'll be very honest, look at what Lucknow has done. Look at the teams, when you looked at those 2 teams on paper, not a lot of people gave Delhi chances because of the team that they had. But a lot of people could have given Lucknow Super Giants a chance because they had that kind of team. What are you to conclude from that? Simple. That whatever has happened so far, Lucknow Super Giants have grossly underachieved.
Yeah.
Delhi Capitals have punched above their weight. They are actually sitting on a higher position than Lucknow Super Giants, and there's a good chance now. And by the way they've played, that Delhi needs to be ahead of Lucknow Super Giants. With the way, if this is the cricket that Lucknow Super Giants are playing, dare I say that poor Mumbai and Punjab are very unlucky to be below them. They have to be, and a couple of times they were saved by a outstanding knock by a Stoinis or a Nicholas Puran.
And the bowling on a couple of occasions.
Otherwise, they don't deserve to be even in the talk of our top 4. That's again, we say this is a corporate setup, right? The most expensive team in IPL. If I'm an owner and it's a corporate setup, and I have a desire to win a title. You've made 2 playoffs and then underperformed there, never played the final, and now you've reached, instead of you think 3rd time you'll go 1 better, maybe play the final, win a title, you've gone 2 steps back, 3 steps back. I'm going to get both the captain and the coach to sit and explain, as it happens in a corporate setup. Please explain such and such decision that day of sending Devdutt Padikkal at 3. Please explain the decision of constantly backing Quinton de Kock when you have a Kyle Mayer sitting on the bench. Right? Please explain the decision of batting the way you bat, opening the innings when all other teams are batting on a different plane altogether.
Yeah.
Right? Explain all of this. These are the questions that would have to be asked.
They'll have no answers. And honestly, this kind of performance, as I was saying, this IPL season, Lucknow Super Giants were just papering over some of the cracks that were there. You needed a full you needed a lot of varnish, you needed lots and lots of coats of paint to ensure that those cracks would be hidden. No. A Quinton de Kock has been persisted with. Your bowling won you games, but then your main problem, the factor that has not changed for 3 years, is that muddle order.
I always come back to
It
that.
is a muddle order.
But that muddle order has still stepped up.
No, not necessarily. Not always. Every year you look at that batting lineup and say, there's a few players. Like if I pick just the batters who are there.
No, but who has won you the game? It's your top order never won you the game. Stoinis
Puran would win you games more often than not.
Quinton de Kock won you a couple of games.
Badoni won you one game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's your lower order. Yes, there were confusion, but those are the guys that have stepped up. Your top order, your openers. What is the difference to a Sunrisers Hyderabad? And as the thing, openers set the tone. Your openers, biggest problem. And you didn't do anything to rectify it.
No, it's not been done at all. SRH have at least followed their tradition. Great openers, but a very thin middle order.
Actually, but their middle order is not thin. It's just out of form right now.
Yeah.
Because if you're looking at it, you had a Makaram there, you had a Klassen there, a Samad, a Nitish Reddy. That's 4 good middle order batters I've named for you. So their middle order is fine. They just all ended up losing form at the worst time. It's not like previously where you take one look at the SRH team and you're like, yeah, that middle order is weak. It's all dependent on the openers. That's not the case. They've had a good middle order. In fact, man for man, if you're looking at form this year, purely form, not reputation, SRH have actually had the better form middle order. Stoinis won you 1 game. After that, precious little. He too is someone who should ideally be batting at 3-4. Yeah. Puran has won you games in the past, not really done that so this season. But where is he best batted? 3 or 4. Badoni should be batting best 3 or 4. Deepak Hooda, where did he have his best season batting for them? Number 4.
Yeah.
It is baffling. That's why I remember when they went for Nicholas Puran, I'm like, where the hell are they going to bat him? But this year, even that hasn't been the problem. It's been the openers who have been so woeful. And actually, if you look at it, De Kock has played 3 years now for LSG. Purely on reputation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's been purely on reputation. In 2022, KL Rahul was carrying that top order, and even then his strike rate wasn't admittedly great, but he got a couple of hundreds, got that 600 plus run season. Yeah, so he got all of that. De Kock had 1 good game. The 140
KKR.
against KKR. That's the extent of it. Last season, they were not hesitant to drop De Kock in favor of a Mayers. This season, I don't know what Mayers has done.
The only benefit of the doubt that I will give Lucknow Super Giants that they did lose a couple of their good bowlers. You know, Mayank Yadav, I think he was the difference maker who won them those few games, lost him. But there are other teams that are cooping up. Chennai have lost 2 of their premier bowlers. They found a way, right? So you can't always keep cribbing about that. They've lost a Mohsin, I agree, all of that. But you find a way. So can't. I want to spend some time on the team that's won, that's Sunrisers Hyderabad. I think they're now looking like a real deal. I will have to say that I can't now see them miss out. I know that Delhi is in with a chance. I know Chennai is in with a chance. But frankly, just looking at this IPL, the team that's been a revelation has been Sunrisers Hyderabad. KKR always been a good team. Rajasthan always been a good team. Sunrisers Hyderabad, especially after the season that they had last time around, not too many gave them a chance. So in terms of the impact, in terms of the headline created, in terms of the wow factor, if there's one team that's been the headline act, I'd have to say Sunrisers Hyderabad. And just for that point alone, they deserve to be in the playoffs. Like if you look at KKR, you will credit them for being a very good all-round side, right? If you look at Rajasthan Royal, you'll say that, very good bowling side, a very good balanced batting team, so they've taken. Similarly, it would be a travesty that a team that has really wowed everyone this season with their performances don't make the top 4 if they miss out. So just purely on that, I think Sunrisers Hyderabad deserve that. And now what they've done to the net run rate, and I have a feeling, and not just a feeling, and that's how it's happened in the IPL, that it does boil down to net run rate because there will be a scenario multiple teams are tied. I think it'll be tough to go past that net.
You are seeing the repeat of a 2018 table. 2018, these were the same 4 teams who had made it. KKR, RR, CSK and SRH. The only difference was KKR and RR were number 3 and 4, CSK and SRH were 1 and 2. And looking at it, I don't see any other team doing it barring a Delhi Capitals, because Delhi Capitals take on LSG and they take on RCB. So they can do it, but we have often seen Delhi slip up at the last few matches.
Looking at the form of Lucknow, they should get that win.
Yeah, they should, but then the RCB game
Delhi Capitals have got 220, Lucknow on a 270 pitch is getting 165. So ideally, Delhi should win that game.
But I am more worried about their chances against RCB. They don't have a good record against them. DC. So that is, and they are playing at Chinnaswamy.
Maybe. So, could be a fight between Chennai and Delhi for all you know, but I think Sunrisers where they're sitting now.
Yeah.
See, Sunrisers need 1 win at this point. You get to 16 with 1 game to go and you're sorted.
They have actually got the easier games. GTR at the bottom of the table. They play at Uppal.
And PBKs.
They have an excellent head-to-head record against them. So that is why they now might be seriously dreaming of a top 2.
If one of the teams slip up, and to be fair, mind you,
RRR.
Not just that, RR and KKR play each other in their final group game, so one of them will drop points there.
Yeah.
So actually, if SRH maintain their form, they could potentially be a top 2 contender.
The problem with RR is now they don't play on their home turf.
Yeah, they play in Barsapara.
Barsapara, 2 games, that is PBKS and KKR. And because of that, that game that they're going to play against Chepauk, CSK will be determined to ensure that they don't slip up there. Because a GT plus they are going to play at Chepauk also against RR, they will be determined.
I have a question. The two superstars of this SRH team, the one that we're bullish about will make it, have been the two openers without doubt in Head and Abhishek Sharma. First question. You are a team owner sitting on an auction table and you're getting to pick the opening pair in a pair. Which one are you going with? You're going with Narain and Salt, or you're going with Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head?
I'll recuse myself from this.
No,
I
say
will-
it and give a reason. Try and be objective.
I will go with Abhishek.
And say you're picking the team for KKR. Now you have a choice.
I'll go with an Abhishek and Head. Left-handers, and we have seen in the past when there was a left-handed duo, Hayden Gilchrist comes to mind.
Yeah. And you're only looking at the batting abilities, not their bowling. Assuming just for batting.
Just batting?
No, because even Abhishek can bowl, but I'm not looking at Narain and Abhishek as.
Yeah.
So you can't be like, oh, because they'll get some.
No,
bowling.
fair.
Just
fair.
purely
on their opening.
Yeah, both left-handers, both can tackle pace and spin with equal aplomb. And if you want an opening batting like this, where if Head doesn't get you, Abhishek will, boss, I would pick that duo any day of the week.
No, I'd go with Salt KKR for simple reason. Left hand, right hand. One. Secondly, what you're talking about, if one doesn't do, generally speaking, these two have performed well in pairs.
Yeah.
So, if one fails, the other generally doesn't tend to have a good game. With KKR, on the other hand, the day a Salt has fallen, a Narayan has gone on to play a big knock, and vice versa. The day a Narayan fails, Salt ensures he gets a good 50 or so. I'd go for them, but I will say this, there's no wrong answer here. You can go with either or, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, fair enough. Because they've been, I think, the two teams, or the two opening pairs that have kind of set the standard for this IPL.
I am picking Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, and I'm picking them not thinking as a team owner, but thinking as an opposition captain. If I'm captain and I'm going out to play, and I have to make a plan for Narain and Salt, I think I'll be slightly more confident in coming up with a plan. But if I'm going against Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, I'm a bit nervous. Also, maybe it could stem from the fact that as an Indian fan, I've been at the receiving end of Travis Head for a long time. Maybe that plays a role and weighs heavily on my, mind. That is there. But for some reason, I'm going to be like, ooh, what am I going to do, man? These two, okay, bring on spin. But that's what they did today with Travis Head, murdered Krishnappa Gautam.
But Krishnappa was bowling half trackers and down the leg
Clearly
side.
out of rhythm.
Yeah, very badly out of rhythm.
Yeah. But they could have gone with someone like a Bishnoi or someone. Anyway, bowls a lot of
Googlies.
Which they did.
Yeah, late. It's like I'm saying.
By the time the match
panic.
is done, you
the
needed
first 2 overs. That's where you're at your most vulnerable.
Exactly.
Once you smash Krishnappa Gautam, confidence is there.
Yeah.
Then
Now
you're
bring
seeing the
on.
ball like a
Now bring
football.
on.
I mean, he did bowl. I mean, yeah, classic case in point when Bishnu, I think, bowled the 4th over. Googly outside Ostrom, Head. Oh, extra cover. That's it.
I mean, this is the same Head, by the way, who was clean bowled by a Bishnoi during the T20I series, which India played right after the World
the
Cup.
T20I.
So it's not like he hasn't played him. And again, with all batters, with any of the openers you pick, whether it be a Salt, whether it be a Narayan, whether it be an Abhishek or a Travis Head, you have to get them early.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're doomed. All of them, you can pick a clear weakness. With Abhishek bowled to his body, don't give him room. You
Same
give him
with
room.
Head.
You give him room to free. And with Travis Head, the other thing which I'm surprised not many teams have taken advantage of, early on he's very susceptible to a short ball. Same as Narayan. But when they've tried it, by that time he's set. I'm like, boss, there's no point. Look at what England did to him during the Ashes.
Yeah.
What were they doing? Early on, they'd bring on Mark Wood. They're like, never mind that Jimmy Anderson is too abroad. We'll bring Mark Wood on. We'll bounce him out. Because early on, you have to get him there. Once he's set, then he's taken the game away from you, boss. Same with Salt. Salt's one weakness is he also always looks to free his arms. So, like what CSK did,
Tushar
they had
Deshpande,
they had a guy at cover point, and they're like, okay, you free your arms. First ball, he's out.
Yeah.
Could have happened a couple of times, even in the last game against LSG. They tried that, but there was no fielder. So he's getting it through the gaps. My point is, again, these guys, all of them, you have to get them early. You don't get them early, they're taking the game away from you. Simple as.
With Travis Head, we know WTC final. Come on.
2 ICC.
WTC final, the World Cup
World
final.
Cup, yeah.
Can we forget?
And of course, the leadership. I think SRH have been galvanized by a leadership that is
100%.
Patrick James Cummins.
Head opening, Patrick Cummins is captaining.
Clark Kent.
Clark.
Clark Kent.
I mean, I'm telling you, if he manages to make SRH win the title, really build the man a statue. I'm telling you, build that man a statue. If he's done this, SRH were laggards for 2 seasons on the trot, 22 and 23.
Give my good friend Dan Vettori also some credit.
Yes,
He's also
Vettori.
Come on, yeah.
And Murali.
And
Murali.
Murali has been a constant, even
Yeah.
when they were losing.
I know.
Dan's come now.
Wasn't Vettori coaching RCB at one point in time?
Yeah.
He was the captain also.
RCB, no, captain and all I get, but
But
RCB.
didn't they make the final when he was?
Yes,
he was
2011.
captain, 2011.
He did it.
So see,
Tan.
give Dan the man.
Of course.
Then the man, of course, I think phenomenally one of those underrated tactical minds.
Yeah, because he's
And-
quiet types. Nah. He'll never come out. He'll never be addressing some
And
press
actually, New
conferences.
Zealand's best time started with Vettori, much before McCullum.
Yeah. Vittori laid the groundwork, McCullum
Yes.
kind of took it and ran.
Okay,
with it.
more questions before we take.
Questions.
Yes. Abhishek Sharma, again, just as there were people, I don't know who they were, but there were people who were saying about KL Rahul T20 World Cup team. Thank God nobody heard them.
Yeah.
But there are people who were talking about Abhishek Sharma. He's in form. Bring him on. Bring him to the T20 team. I know there could be some sitting here in the studio as well. But my point is, initially we said early days, but now he's gone through an entire season of IPL. Really impressing. And this is not his IPL debut season.
Yeah.
He's had 2-3 seasons already and a few good knocks earlier, but this time he's been consistent as well, right?
Correct.
Is he ready for India?
If you compare him with the left-handers that we have got, he's actually been miles ahead.
I mean, you only have one left-hander really, if you're looking with the opening position where he's going to bat.
Not the opening, I mean, if you look at all the others in the squad also, as far as batting is concerned, a Pant, a Jadeja
Dubey.
or a Dubey, I think he is ahead in the pack here as far as strike rate and average is concerned. See, he was
He's an opener, Dubey.
Exactly,
is
that's my
batting low.
point.
My point is in general, you think he's ready? He's ready to be given an India cap?
maybe 2026 in that period after
Post
the
2024. Yeah, sure, why not? Because otherwise then you're...
6. What do you mean?
Start from after the end of this T20 World Cup,
Ah.
make him a regular in the
2024, now I was like, make him wait till 2026.
No,
By
no.
that time he may lose all his... I mean,
You
God
can start
forbid.
from the series that we are
happens.
playing against Sri Lanka and Zimbabwe. Get him into that.
Mm.
And then once he establishes himself there, this is the new crop that you're going to look at.
By the way, let me also add, but again, he's not a bad left arm spinner too.
Yeah.
And in the day and age where you're looking at options, where you're actually thinking of playing more all-rounders, yes, he's been opening, I know, but he's a proper bat. So if tomorrow you were to tell him bat lower down the order, I don't think he'd say no to it. He's in that stage of his career. Remember Rohit Sharma and all, everyone said that initially when you get a chance, I'll bat wherever, bat 6, 7, I'll bat. Gradually. I mean, you can, and because you don't have the best spinning all-rounders in the world, sorry Ravi Jadeja, sorry Akshar Patel, but that's a fact. I mean, he might say that, why just look at me as just an opener? I'd happily bat lower down the order. You're looking at people who can tonk it. I can,
Yeah.
right? I can tonk it against fast bowlers, against spinners, right? It's not even like one day where the ball will get old and then you need different skill. It's pretty much nice hard ball. You go at, and I'll offer you enough overs to fill in as a sixth bowler, 2, 3, some days maybe even 4. Who knows? So he's a good prospect to look at. I know now it's too late. It's not going to be looked at this T20 World Cup, but I'd have to agree that he's one of those guys I want to give him immediate chance. After that World Cup is done, he's starting a new cycle. He has to come into that thing, because it's not just a type of batter that you need in today's T20 era. Not just that, he's also an all-rounder at that, and has enough years. He's not even one of those, some you may be looking at past that, like when you talk about a Natarajan or anyone, then you still have this other issue saying, okay, there's no time to groom now, right? For a long period of time. And in his case, you even have that longevity that if you bring him now. So he's ticking all sorts of boxes for me. I know it's too late.
No, not for this World Cup, but I mean, if you're thinking about it, if you think about that new look team which we were going with, which we then just pushed under the rug.
Yashasvi Abhishek opening.
Yeah.
Not just that, Yashasvi Gill also can still be opening, but who was your backup opener at that time? Ishan Kishan, he's no longer in the scheme of things. There's certainly a slot opened up. So you actually can bring him in.
I mean, imagine this new crop, okay?
But he's a wicket-keeper batter, Ishan.
That's okay. You can have two middle-order wicket-keeper batters. What's the harm in that?
Who would those be? Rishabh
and Sanju. You're done there.
Imagine you'll have a Rinku Singh also slotted in that. Imagine Shubman, Yashasvi, Abhishek, Rinku, Rishabh, Dubey.
Rishabh, mind you, I would not play if I'm being honest with you. I would not.
No, but I still think that team looks good.
That still looks good.
I would open Yashasvi. See, right now, I know a lot of people might say play him now, but I'd still stick with Yashasvi because he's done enough.
Yeah.
Don't look at immediate form. He's done enough. He was like a breath of fresh air, batting the way he was for India in T20. You made that mistake with Rinku, where you got that recency bias and left him out. Thankfully, you didn't have it for Yashasvi. For whatever reason, I'm happy. And so he needs to continue. We need to reward him for the kind of cricket that he's played leading up to this T20 World Cup. In T20, I'm not only looking at Test cricket, in T20 also for India. So I would see, and again, if anyone says left hand, right hand, I'll just show them Sunrisers Hyderabad, head and Abhishek Sharma, both lefties, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Abhishek Sharma. This is my future T20 team.
Yeah.
Immediately after the World Cup. Openers, at number 3, I will have
Sky.
a Sky. Yeah, Sky will continue.
4 can be Dubey.
4
where
is
he's naturally
Dubey.
where he's going to be batting.
5 is
Rinku.
Pant.
Or Sanju.
6 is Rinku.
Okay. That was sort of
7
fine.
is Hardik.
8
can
is
be a
Aksar.
spinning all-rounder.
Aksar. 9, 10, 11 are your pace bowlers then.
Then
That will
another
be Bumrah, Siraj.
There's another player who I think could come in if you're looking at middle order batters, because again, if you need to be filling in slots for a bilateral side, Ryan Parag.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
Actually been in good form, yes.
He's been in very good form this year, and I should be told, I think he deserves to be
If
looked
you
at.
want a backup for an Hardik Pandya, there is also Nitish Reddy, who's
I would wait on him for now. I would wait on him. Let's give him a season or two. All
performed
rounders.
well for 2-3 years in the domestic circuit also.
So has Venkatesh Iyer. What's your point?
But Venkatesh Iyer, see, is he out and out pace? That's the problem.
Neither is Nitish Reddy.
130.
Oh, Venkatesh Iyer when he started was
Quicker than Iyer, I agree.
Yeah, but that's also age. No, I'm still saying give him some
Mayank
time.
Yadav.
I would want to say Mayank Yadav.
Tilak. Hi.
Oh yes,
good
and
point.
Tilak Verma, of course.
How can I
Namburi
forget?
Thakur, Tilak Verma.
How
yes.
can I forget? Yes, Tilak.
But as far as
So
fielding,
Rian then will have to go onto the bench.
Yeah,
Tilak will
no,
have to start.
No, Rian would be on the bench. I mean, if looking at it from that sense, then maybe even Tilak could be a bench option. If they don't want to use Dubey's bowling, Tilak is also a very good option at that 3-4
I
slot.
agree.
yeah. And as far as fielding is concerned, I think Venkatesh is, slightly below Nitish.
No, he's a good catcher, but they're different kind of fielders. He's not someone who's going to be patrolling
not
the ball.
patrolling the outfield. He's an in the circle field.
In the circle guy, he'll pouch you catches.
Yeah.
That's it.
Then among Mayank Yadav, bowling if you look at it, and who's the other one? Who's impressive?
Siraj, Bumrah, done.
Apart from a Siraj, I'm looking at a backup for Siraj.
He's looking at newer guys.
Newer guys who can step up.
Harshit Rana. I'd really look at him.
Harshit Rana hasn't in fact impressed, yes.
He's bowled well in all phases of the game. For KKR, he's stepped up when needed, whether it be in the power plays, whether it be in the middle, depth. Of course, I think he's galvanized the death bowling, which tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
If a guy who's 2-3 IPL seasons old is your go-to death bowler, and when he was not playing against MI, we were all like, who's bowling in the death? Tells you everything you need to know about the kind of impact he's had.
Good team, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Swal.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be early night, yeah?
I've forgotten what those feel like.
Yeah.
Actually, I had it yesterday, but then that's also because I was not in office. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know what those feel like.
You'll get a feeling today. Let's go.
Lavagulan speaks from the US is saying KL playing below 100 strike rate because of slow pitch. Head playing above 200 strike rate on the same pitch. Seen this movie before.
Yeah, it's called 19 November 2023.
Yeah. India taking a 140 strike rate team in 180 strike rate World Cup.
Agreed.
Can't help but agree with you. And this is the point that we made earlier in our program as well. Completely agree. Hari from the US.
KL won't be picked by LSG next year, even as a player.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly
Again,
agree.
I predicted that. 100%. I agree with you, Hari.
Vishal Panchal. KL's nervous attitude is not suited for being captain. And he can't think only he has to do it. He's a class player, not playing to his capability.
See, I understand him having that attitude for Punjab Kings because, man alive, that middle order was woeful. But LSG's middle order? No, thank you. Can't be thinking like that.
Yeah.
Rakesh Bhushan, we speak about intent today. We saw that intent. It's better all Indian talk with their bat, not the other way. If they want to carve a name in this ruthless form.
Not the other way. So they should talk with their bat, but not bat with their talk. Just kidding, Rakesh. Got your point.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Nikhil super video on MSD.
Who is
back,
this first?
Rakesh Bhushan. Yeah. Nikhil super video on MSD back with solid reasons. He got us 3 ICC cups and no India captain in the foreseeable future. I could see doing this. Hang on your own. Chinnathala sees all this as planted story by CSK in the media.
Take that, Siddharth, is what Rakesh Bhushan is saying in much milder. For those of you who haven't seen the video, it's up on Sports Today. Do check it out about MS Dhoni and why he's batting so low down the order. We've done a deep dive.
Yeah, self-inflicted problems by CSK which are trying to give legitimacy to it. I know. He with everybody.
That is an assumption that you're making.
Everybody.
But that is an assumption that you're making.
Is it?
Of course it is.
Unless you have.
Unless you go on record and say that I know that.
Okay.
Do you?
That I'll have to.
So what you're saying is an assumption.
Call your family friend.
What you're saying is an assumption.
Yeah.
Would you, if you were in a newspaper, would you print it?
No.
What you're saying? No.
No.
But somebody printed it in the newspaper. That means he or she did. You have a direct line with the CEO. Pick up the phone, ask him, and do a story.
I shall ask him. See,
With the owner also you have some connection.
That's what I'm saying, the family friend. Call the family friend.
Do it.
The owner can't hear
Then
now.
stick your neck out and say that it's a planted story. Say it once you do, but not on assumption.
See, on assumption, if they had the initiative, they could have at least named who it was.
They never do that.
They can't do that.
Yeah.
In this place, you can't do it.
Not just this place. Anonymous sources have been a part of journalism since forever.
And also, CSK being the team it is, they generally do not appreciate that. So, but you are free to call up your sources and deny and do a counter story. No wonder when I told him to write that script, he wrote it half-heartedly because he didn't believe in it.
Look, I'm only focusing on the two aspects.
On the Thala script today, on the video.
The reasons are there. Okay.
Thala for a reason.
The reasons are there. Yeah, he is Thala for Wali for a reason now, but it's other two factors. For all the thing, I can't buy the fact that they don't have a backup keeper and they don't want to believe in him. Team composition is going to go for a toss.
They have one, but they don't believe in him, and I don't find that really strange. He's a young kid. How do you trust him in this situation? Yeah, you were sitting pretty on top of the table like KKR, maybe, yeah. Not now.
CSK, even if they were top of the table, they will never trust that keeper.
Mumbai Indians bottom of the table, they're not resting players. You're telling them who are fighting for the top.
But that's the precedence even in 2022. Wooden spooners guaranteed. They didn't rest a Bumrah. They follow trends. Mumbai never rests its players even though they are dead and buried. CSK will never try out young players. Look at how Samir Rizvi is undergoing at this point in time.
Fire in the belly.
That's why.
Okay.
Suryan Sharma says.
Not Suyash.
Suryansh. Although considering he's belly playing, wouldn't be surprised if he sends us super chats. In Eden, LSG batted 20 overs, got 161, made the pitch look tricky, and Salt showed the true nature of the pitch. Only Iyer's run ball 38 saved LSG's NRR that day. And then after that, KKR repaid them in kind.
Yeah.
Went to Lucknow.
But Lucknow, they got pitches the way they wanted them. But they got a real.
No, the Lucknow pitch of the KKR game was a belter. It was an absolute belter.
Again, they got
because
spooked.
KKR had great spinners, so they made that kind
But then that shows you what a good team, that you'd switch pitches around.
For 2 games now, they have been spooked.
No, not just that. If you're looking at it from a KKR perspective, they had a tricky pitch in Mumbai, won there. Belter of a pitch in LSG in Lucknow, won there. All-round teams, as far as they go, what do? Would you change conditions? You can't do that either. They've got all bases covered. Rakesh Bhushan says, yesterday Sanju played conventional cricket and looked elegant. Today, these two showed proper cricketing shouts is here to stay without acrobatic posture. Refreshing to see such power hitting with grace. Point well taken.
They had proper swing through the line.
And that's what Sanju is, right? He's very aesthetically pleasing, but the aggression that is there, and he backs his own game.
Yeah.
So if he can hit a 6 playing a cover drive, for example, he'll back himself to do that. No one's saying you need to be playing that shot. Yeah, but play your shots and get the runs.
Yes, indeed. No, I was not trying to mock any player here. Nikhil was having that look. No.
No, I was waiting for you to do it.
No,
You disappointed me.
That's off camera.
Yeah.
No, do it for, why not?
No, please.
For our extended family.
I'm okay. I'm already getting a lot of adulation. I want to
Don't
stay.
take
with
the
that.
name, just show it.
No, even that will be obvious and it will really boomerang on me. I've got
Show
this
it.
feeling.
Show it, Asidat. Don't take the name, show it.
Enough said. Naman Kanpal. Two
So
Aussies.
you finish it, yeah.
Two Aussies definitely settled their score. Pat and Justin, yes.
Give us a bit of a background on what happened.
So, it was during Justin Langer's tenure as the Australian cricket coach, 2021 onwards.
Till
when-
22.
Yeah, Pat Cummins was at the helm and they oversaw a very successful Ashes 4-0. But there were murmurs in the dressing room that Pat and Justin just didn't get along. Either it was clash of ideologies or whatever it was, Pat's nature. And it was a very ugly fallout that happened and Justin Langer was given the marching orders.
After retaining an
And
Ashes
it-
After
final.
retaining an
But
Ashes.
it proved to be the right call. After that,
This Aussie team's gone to the
Yeah.
next
I mean, see what Australia under Pat Cummins have done and see what LSG under Justin Langer have done. Enough said.
exactly.
Enough said.
Okay, he has another question. He says, could
We see an
Oh,
uncapped Indian player as LSG skipper, as current senior lot don't play like the 2024.
No, that's a very good point. And it's something that's happened in the IPL before with multiple teams. It happened to a David Warner. It happened to a Gautam Gambhir. It happened to a Ravindra Jadeja that you change the captain midway. It happened to a Ricky Ponting, might I add.
Yes. Mumbai 2013.
Yeah. So if that is indeed the thing and the way they're performing,
I would make Nicky P the captain.
yeah, I would too.
But he says a particular
He
Indian
was.
team.
He was.
Yeah, he did captain in those 1 or 2 games where
And
KL
he
was
was
sitting
only
out.
directing traffic. He was telling the bowlers what kind of line to bowl so that I could set the field accordingly.
Yeah.
KL wasn't taking that much of interest.
And KL was the wicket keeper and the captain.
And the captain.
Jesus.
Enough said.
I would. If that's the problem area and if that needs to be fixed, then you need to fix it. Doesn't matter who the captain is.
Maybe
you
if-
don't make the captain and the team.
Yeah.
You make the team and then the captain. So your 11 has to be the best.
Maybe if you want an Indian, I would have a Krunal Pandya. Maybe.
Good.
Oh dear God,
I
Krunal
don't care,
didn't
but
do-
I'd go with Nicky P.
Nicky P. Yes.
I'd go with
Nicky P
Pooran
is
for sure.
definitely the.
Yeah.
Okay, Karthik K. We are back with a statement win. Sunrisers burned LSG. Cummins championship DNA rubbing off on young SRH Indian players, priceless. Cummins, me and my 1 year young today share same birthday today.
Oh man, happy birthday to all
Happy
of you.
birthday
Happy
to the
birthday,
young
Karthik.
one.
And you, Karthik.
Oh, he also.
Cummins, me and my 1 year.
One
Oh,
year.
happy
All,
birthday to
my
you,
God.
Karthik. Well
Triple
done.
blast.
Yes,
Wow.
well done. Super
Well done,
duper.
yeah. So Karthik is 9th, Cummins is 8th, and his 1 year young is 7th, right?
Huh?
Is that the thing?
No, they share the
Same.
same birthday.
All of them the same.
Oh,
It's
8th
Karthik's birthday, it's Karthik's younger son's birthday.
and Cummins is
Yeah,
one.
oh, younger
Wow.
child, sorry, since he didn't reveal the
Yeah.
gender.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Maybe that's championships in your future as well.
Of course.
Or your kids' future.
Yes.
Okay.
Naman Kanpal, any takers for GG as next India coach? We were discussing this upstairs. Won't demonize KL as
Why
he
do you
was.
discuss it upstairs and not here?
We can discuss it.
We
here.
did discuss it here. I remember me saying that, what happened to Anil Kumble would probably happen to him. The hard taskmaster.
No, I'm not sure because that time player power
Was at an all-time high due to the...
yes, because of not really having a stable
COA.
BCCI. I don't think that will be an issue now. But I would imagine that players would be kind of consulted. That may not. They may not appoint him. Yeah.
He will be a good coach.
Oh, great coach.
No nonsense coach. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
In fact,
Will he go the Chandu survey? Hard taskmaster.
see, he is a hard taskmaster in his own ways, GG, but he's also, why I think the current setup works so well is because in Chandrakant Pandit, you have someone who's good with younger players who can discipline them. I mean, you've seen some of the progress of the likes of a Vaibhav, Harshit, and I refuse to believe it's all GG. You can't give that much credit to one person.
Even a Venkatesh.
Venkatesh has been revitalized, reinvigorated, a Suyash has done well.
Chakra.
Chakra has been reinvigorated. All of these guys working under a Chandrakant Pandit have kind of, in fact, what's his name? Varun has become fitter than he ever has been. I mean, now you look at him, he's slender.
Yeah.
So there has worked, but with Gambhir, he can balance both very well. Very good man manager. I don't know what it is he tells Sunil Narayan, but more of that, please.
But can you tell all the fans who are banging on our door of the studio to not bang? We'll come out and do all the autographs and selfies.
Yes,
and
yes,
everything.
we'll do
you
that.
Can, you can carry your mic with you.
I'll switch it over.
Tell the fans that, just hold on, we'll come and do the selfies later.
Yeah, so to continue Naman's question, we all said, I think all of us would want Gigi as an India coach someday. But he says that I won't demonize KL, he's still a good Sena test bat. But also I think we should focus on 26 World Cup, bulldoze, build afresh for the T20.
But Naman, I don't think any of us really are having a go at KL for being the test batter that he is. It's
primarily the T20 batter that he is.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of fans, your fans, lot of them.
All three of us, yes, they'll wait. I've told them to wait for a certain period of time.
Have they got us some mithai or something?
No.
Nothing.
Only their time, precious time.
We'll do.
Yeah.
Pranit Datta.
Just imagine this squad. You got a Jaiswal, Abhishek, or Sanju, Rian, Dubey, Ashutosh, Rinku. This is a wow lineup that can be built with Surya being the captain, Sky as captain. Very interesting. I'd like that.
It is. Oh, why not Jasprit Bumrah as captain?
Could do.
Why not?
Yes.
Yeah, we are just talking about Pat Cummins. Oh, Indian setup. Kapil Dev was there. Anil Kumble was there. Come on, yeah. Just get done with this bias against bowlers.
Kapil Dev was for 6 years, right? He was the captain.
Yeah, but he was on and off also.
Oh, didn't he captain on a continuous basis?
No.
From 83 to 80.
No, Gavaskar came back as captain.
84.
That's right.
80. See, but he won all the major events
Then
under this.
Vengsarkar captain. Did Kapil come back after that?
See, 83 and 85 were won under Kapil's captaincy, right?
No, 85 Gavaskar was captain.
World Championship of
Yeah,
Cricket.
it was Gavaskar captain.
86 England sweep. Because we
Yeah,
won
that
both
was Kapil. That was Kapil.
But you have seen a change.
You won 2-0.
both the ODIs and the tests were won 2-0.
Test you won 2-0.
Yeah. 87 Kapil was the captain, World Cup.
Yes.
I think
92 Azhar was
Azhar was the captain. I think 87 was his last, Kapil.
Yeah.
Because semi-final loss, I think they wanted a fresh change of guard, and I think Vengsarkar also came in.
Vengsarkar came, then Azhar later.
89 was Azhar captain in Pakistan.
No.
Shrikant.
Chika
was the captain.
Chika was captain.
Yes. Both KL and Head don't worry about run rates. That's what I love mutton biryani stating.
In very opposite ways, I may add.
True that.
Exactly.
Okay, Shubham Garg, do you think VK is the only India player under Scanner who has upped his game in the power play, ultra aggressive this year, outside power play still? But Shubham is right, at least the power play he's really upped his game.
Yeah, he's scoring quicker even in the power plays. Middle overs though, lesser the better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Abhinav Chatterjee, CSK should buy KL Rahul, Dhoni bhai will remain.
That's the one
Good
thing
point,
that
Abhinav. Good point.
Yes.
He needs that magic potion.
But for that, Dhoni bhai needs to keep playing now. Will he be playing next season?
He could be a mentor and revive him.
Maybe if he can do it like that, then great.
Good
for Indian cricket.
His injuries are too persistent now.
Yeah.
Karthik K. KL has a problem of looking stylish than being
But he's doing neither at this point. He's not even looking stylish.
No, he does look stylish. I'll give him. He does. The 1-6, he hit. That 1-6.
But it gets forgotten.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that was stylish, the 6. But that does not suffice. It takes me back to Sanjay Manjrekar, right? In his book he wrote that how obsessed he was just to look good, but later realized that he should have concentrated more on amount of runs that he got rather than concentrate on looking
It's
good.
funny you mentioned that because Ashish was literally saying in the comments that KL is like the Sanjay Manjrekar of modern day cricket.
Really? Oh my God.
Interesting.
Manjrekar
No, Manjrekar, see, again, he was not a quick fire ODI batter.
But technically very correct.
Technically very good, but he accepts it that he focused too much on that. I wonder whether that's an interesting point, but I wonder whether that's something in KL's mind that he wants to look good while doing it. But if in case that is, then somebody really needs to take that out of his mind.
Although Manjrekar did play with a strike rate of over 130 in the 1992 World Cup.
Yeah.
He almost won you the game against Australia, and look at those. I think you should all look at that highlights. He was a total 360-degree player. Long leg, fine leg. Glances, fantastic hitting from Manjrekar.
Duncan Fernley bat.
Yes, yes. I became a fan of Manjrekar because of that knock.
Yeah, technically, in Test cricket also.
Yeah.
When
Supremely correct.
Against those
Pakistan.
hostile pace bowler, Pakistan and West Indies also. I think the 1989 tour he stood up.
Correct. Yeah, that's the tour where he really. I think Imran and all.
He hit a double hundred if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he did on that tour.
Yeah.
Correct.
And of course, Mumbai, man, he captained a team that had 6 India players in 1991, the closest Ranji final ever in history.
Yeah.
Any other comment?
Harish Madisetti says that have you noticed they didn't go for head getting the fastest 100? Instead, Abhishek went for sixes. If it was Indian batters close to 100, then the other will rotate strike. Indian players should learn.
True that.
Okay, on that note, anything else?
Take Sarachan's comments addressed to you.
Okay. Saraj Chandra Singh. Nikhil sir, my pitch report was fulfilled by Rahul. Otherwise, I would have been facing tough time. But in the first inning, Saraj Chandra said that.
And he's a local, so he was telling me also. He's saying, listen, when it rains over there, the pitch will get difficult. Try telling that to Head and Abhishek.
I know. Saraj, it's a double whammy for him. His team is out.
He's an MI fan. His team is gone.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much for joining us. As always, we've been going on for 45 minutes, but if you joined us late, do check out our rant on KL Rahul.
Among other things.
Among other things. And take care. Bye-bye. Good night. Nandri, Manakkam, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair.
Eat your vegetables.
And don't trouble your mother. Bye-bye.